welcome back. So as you saw in the beginning of this video, I just mixed up a fertilizer to fertilize my plants. So today we're just going to be fertilizing my plants, and I have some updates to share you guys on. I haven't really posted in the last 2 weeks because so much has been going on, but bear with me because there's going to be so much content coming at you guys in these next few weeks, and just as we kind of start up the growing season, because that is coming up so soon. So I'm really excited about that. But today we're going to be fertilizing some plants and just updating you guys on some things that are happening and that are coming and that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Okay, so I'm using the Fox Farm Grow Big liquid plant fertilizer. This is an organic fertilizer that I really like using. It's a 644, which if you don't know what that is, it's NPK, which stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And so it's 6 nitrogen. This is kind of like what I'm going to be adding to my seedlings because my seedlings are very deficient in nutrients, and so I'm going to be fertilizing my pepper plants and my tomato plants today. So that's the plants that we're going to be fertilizing because I see a bunch of purpling. I'll show you guys what I mean, but there's a bunch of purpling in my plants, a little bit in my peppers starting to come up. So I want to show you guys that too, but they are super deficient, and so I'm going to go ahead and add this fertilizer. Basically what I did was I just kind of used the instructions to find out how much I need to put in to a 1 gallon jug, this is just a milk jug of water. So in this case, it says for seedlings that you need a half a teaspoon. So I just added a half a teaspoon to a gallon jug, and I'm going to pour this into my watering can that I use to water my seedlings, and then I'm just gonna just give a good dose to all of my tomato plants and pepper plants so that they're doing well. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys what my plants are looking like so that you guys can kind of get a before. My tomato plants are huge, but we are going to be moving them out in the next few weeks, so I'm totally not worried about them. My last frost date is around April 5th. That's kind of my last frost date. It's kind of like 5th to the 15th. 15th is on the safer side, but once it reaches April 5th, I am going to be stuck to my 10 to 14 day forecast so that I can find out, okay, is there going to be a frost? And if there isn't, then I'll probably go ahead and plant them. But I am going to be starting the hardening off process really soon because I have to do that before anything. But they're looking really good, except for they're deficient. So we're going to feed them today so that they can be looking good and healthy before they go out in the next couple weeks. So let me show you what they're looking like, and then we will go ahead and fertilize them. Okay, so here's my tray of tomato plants and pepper plants. You can see they're all doing really good, except for that they're purpling. And this is definitely a problem that I need to address, so that's why we're going to be fertilizing them. The problem with this is that they basically become yellow and their leaves die. And so we need to go ahead and fix that. This I already know is being affected by it because the veins are starting to purple. So I'm going to go ahead and just fertilize all this pepper stuff so that it doesn't even happen. Even the ones that aren't purpled, I'm going to go ahead and fertilize just in case, just so that they go ahead and have that and to prevent the issue. But I'll show you in my pepper plants. If you turn my pepper plants over, you can see all that purpling. My pepper plants have been, okay, I'm saying pepper plants. My tomato plants. These are pepper plants. Those are tomato plants. My tomato plants have been dealing with it for a while now. You can see some of these leaves are kind of starting to yellow. This one is extremely yellow. So I'm just going to go ahead and douse this with fertilizer to get these healthy and thriving again so that we don't have all the purpling that we have right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I also have 2 over here. This is all my basil. They have sprouted. It's my basil and parsley, and they're doing really, really good. So let's just get to the fertilizing. Okay, so everything is now fertilized, so we're good to go. But now I just want to sit down and talk with you about a few things that are happening here and just kind of what's going to be coming up. I know keep you guys updated on those tomato plants and how they do. I do know that whenever I make a hardening off video, I'm going to share that one with you guys because I know that some of you guys out there don't know what hardening off is. So I want to show you what that is because it is a really important step when you're seed starting, and I just cannot stress to you enough how important that is because it could be detrimental to your plants if you just take them right from a controlled environment, like inside or in a greenhouse or wherever you are, straight outside. So I am going to do a video on that whenever I do harden off. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan. We'll sit down and I'll talk to you about some of the other things. Okay, so basically kind of some of the things that have been going on is that I've ordered this big bag of compost that we should be getting in soon. So that is really, really exciting. I found this company called Super Sod, and their company sells organic compost, and I ordered a big bulk bag of that, and that should be getting delivered here soon. So I'm really, really excited about that. I will share that whenever that happens. But I'm really excited about that because I've never gotten bulk compost before. It's the first year I'm doing that, and I'm really excited. It's the first time I'm really like, I really think that my compost is going to be really good. So I'm really excited about that. And then I am, like I mentioned, I'm moving my plants out super duper duper soon. It is coming up. Summer is approaching us slowly. But it is coming up, and I'm so excited about that. Thing that I wanted to share with you as well is that, so it was a risky mistake. I would take you out there and show you guys, but it is too dark to show you guys. But basically what happened with my spring plants, which was an adventure, is they got sunburnt somehow. So I'm not exactly sure what it was. There was a few things that it might have been. One, okay, if you don't, hold on. So my spring plants got sunburnt, and that's like my kale. It was mainly my kale and my collards got sunburnt, and it's one of 2 things might have happened. One, I didn't harden them off well enough, and so they just, you know, got sunburnt. But I think another thing that might have happened, because the thing is that whenever I first put them out, they were fine. Like I had them out for like a couple days before they actually got sunburnt. So I think what it might have happened is that whenever I was hardening them off, I did it on overcast days, and they weren't all overcast days, but most of them were. And so I think what might have happened is whenever I did move them out, it was just a bunch of overcast days in a row. And so they never really got exposed to the full harshness of the sun. So whenever they did get exposed to the full harshness of the sun, I think that's when they got sunburnt. That's my theory, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And so I think it was just my mistake. I mean, you live and you learn. But you might be wondering, okay, well, am I doing anything about it? Like, am I, you know, doing something about it that because they're sunburnt now. No, the answer to that question is no. I am just going to let them be and let them grow, and I just kind of went and cut away the burnt parts essentially, and I decided to do that mainly because it is a leaf plant, and what I mean by that is it's a leafy green, so I'm going to be eating the leaves. And if it was a fruit producing plant, I might take some measures to kind of recover that plant, but because this is a leaf growing plant, it's okay that all it is focusing on is producing leaves. So I'm not going to take any measures, because if it was like a fruit producing plant, I might take measures just because I want it to focus on producing fruit and not as much the leaves. But in this case, you know, I want the leaves, so I want it to focus on leaves and recovering from that, and I'm just going to let it be, because all those new leaves will just be, they're automatically hardened off, so I don't really have to worry about that with the new leaves. So I'm just letting the new leaves grow, cutting off the old burnt foliage, and just kind of letting it go. So I just wanted to share with you guys that experience, because that experience was an experience where I was like, you know, it was kind of like, it was almost a rookie mistake, and I should have known better, but it happened, and we all make mistakes. And so I did want to share my mistake with you, because you live and you learn, right? And we all make mistakes once in a while, even us more experienced gardeners. So yes, I did make that mistake, but that means that I'm going to learn from that mistake, and I'm going to be more diligent in hardening them off properly, especially with my tomatoes and my peppers and things like that. And then I also learned that if you're in the process of hardening off and you have an overcast day, skip that day. Do not harden your plants off on an overcast day, because it's not doing what hardening off is supposed to do for your plants, because it's not the full harshness of the sun, and you're not fully exposed to the elements, because what hardening off is it's exposing your plants gradually to that sun and to the elements of the outdoors. So I just wanted to share with you guys the mistake that I made in that, and that we all make mistakes. So I know this was a quick vlog, but I hope you guys enjoyed just kind of fertilizing my plants with me and talking about some of the things that are coming and some of the mistakes I've made, what's been going on over here. But other than that, I'm doing really, really good. All of my plants are doing really, really good, and we are coming up on the growing season. I'm so excited. So if you guys aren't subscribed already, subscribe so that you can follow that journey, see what I'm growing this season, and see how they do. Maybe learn a little bit while you're here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.